Hi everyone, welcome to another video from Crafty Terrain. This is the second video in our series where we're looking at StarWarsLegion that's been bought from eBay, and this video is going to focus around stripping a poorly painted miniature back to the plastic so it is ready to be primed and painted. So we're going to take a look at everything you're going to need to strip the miniature. Okay. Here's everything that we're going to need. The main component is going to be methylated spirits. Okay, this is the best stuff for stripping miniatures down and breaking the paint. Don't waste time using other things that's out there, or other videos that you might see. This is definitely the best stuff that you can get. Also, it's cost effective. This bottle costs somewhere between like £5 and £7. I got it from Amazon. If you want to buy it, there's an affiliate link to Amazon in the description. If you use that link, we will get a kickback from Amazon, and that will help support the channel. So if you could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. The next thing you're going to need is a tuff brush. This is a foam tuff brush, nice and cheap. It was about 70p, bought from a local supermarket, and that's what we're going to be using to scrub the miniature. It will get ruined, so that's why I bought a cheap one. You will also need a plastic pot that has a sealable lid. This is just something like left over from like takeaway food, it's absolutely fine. The methylated spirits won't damage the plastic on this, and it won't damage the plastic on the Mini. The reason that we need a lid is it's going to be sitting in there for probably about half hour, and methylated spirits will evaporate, so that's why we want the lid to be nice and sealed. And then finally, we're going to want a rubber glove. Wear the glove just for the hand that's going to be holding the miniature, just because the methylated spirits will dry your skin out. Also, you get a bit mucky with all the paints. If you've got a disposable glove, that's great. Right, okay, let's take a look at how we're going to strip the Mini. Okay, here we have the Mini that we're going to be stripping. It's a Luke Skywalker miniature, as we saw in the previous video. As you can see, the paint is very thick. All the detail from the face has been lost, and across the back. Okay, so place the miniature inside the pot. Take your methylated spirits, and we need to be fully submerging the miniature. So all of the miniature is under the methylated spirits. If you've got a pot this size, you could do multiple miniatures at a time. It doesn't really make a difference. The more you can fit in, the better. All that matters is that it's fully submerged. You can help just give it a little move around to help that paint start to come off, and the methylated spirits do the work. Once you've done so, place the lid on so it's sealed, so we don't lose any of the methylated spirits. And we're going to leave that possibly now for around 30 minutes, and then we're going to come and have a go with the tuff brush to start removing the top layers of the paint. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay everyone, it's been around 30 minutes now. Had a spot of lunch, and we're back to see whether the Luke Skywalker is ready to be stripped. Obviously I'm doing this in the sink now, because if we do get any spillage, it can just be very easily washed away. So as we can see, all the paint's started to come off already. So take your tuff brush, a little bit of spirits on the brush, and then slowly start to give the miniature a rub. You want to try and hit all the angles so you can get the paint out of the recesses. So as you can see, very minimal effort being put onto the brush there for the scrubbing, and we're already starting to take the paint off the Mini. So when we come to things like lightsabers, swords, guns, the bits that stick off the model, probably place your finger underneath and then lightly brush. Obviously we don't want to damage or snap the Mini, and as we can see, the paint is coming off very, very easily. So we had the paint very thick around the face, and I'm starting to get some of the detail back. Sometimes from time to time the methylated spirits will break down the super glue and the mini will come off the base, or the parts that have been glued on will come off. Again, not a problem, it just gives us that opportunity to re-glue the mini, and then sometimes you can even then change the pose of the mini to one that you would prefer. Once you've scrubbed off the top layer of paint, we probably want to place it back into the methylated spirits for another period of time. Again, you could go 30 minutes, you could do less if you want to. We just need to give enough time for the spirits to do the work and break down the paint. As you can see, now the top layer's off. I'm applying a little bit more force from different angles to get into all the recesses. Things like fingers, hair, face are always the most difficult places to take the paint from. See, the glove is a good idea. That hand's getting real mucky from all that paint that's come off. Give it a little swish around. I'm happy for that to be the first brush. As you can see, some of that blonde hair is still all in them recesses. What we're going to do here is just going to place the mini back in, make sure it's submerged, place the lid back on and give it 15 to 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and give that mini another scrub. Okay guys, we're back. It's been in for around another 20 minutes now. As you can see, if we take a look at the mini, the super glue has broken down on the arms and they've come off and they're in the pot soaking. I'm just giving this final few scrubs. I've had a little pick using fingernail as well to try and get in some of them finer areas. And if we take a look, now if you come nice and close in there, we can see that all the paint is off, all the blaster rifle, and the detail is back. Okay guys, and I think I'm happy with that, and I can get the base coat on and get that painted. That brings us to the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like. If you want to see more, then click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell so you get notifications for when we upload more videos. The next step in the series, we're going to be base spraying Luke and priming. We're going to be using a technique called zenithal highlighting. Take care guys and have a great day.